There's an interesting difference for deep tech versus a software startup. Is at the end of the day, for a software startup, many VCs, and I would agree with them, by the way, would argue that what's paramount is the team. So at the end of the day, if you have a software startup, you're going after a market or whatnot, your hypotheses could change quite a bit.
Hmm.
You could pivot quite a bit in terms of different markets. Even companies that are technology enabled and have a foot in the door in physical technology, say Netflix, they changed very much in their business model over time, right? In terms of very famously from DVD mailing to streaming. But there's a through line in terms of it. And there's a capability of a smart, smart founder to a smart founding team to keep pivoting and figure out the right way to actually address that market. That doesn't work in deep tech. Because if you caricature a software startup, and I know it's a caricature, but let's just work with me here. You can rewrite your code over the weekend.
Yep.
You can redeploy it on your cloud, on your cloud host, and then suddenly you can change your Google AdWords, and guess what? Next week you're in a new market. That doesn't work for robotics. That doesn't work for synthetic biology. That doesn't work for different healthcare technologies. A lot of these different areas, you just need to have the right target to begin with. So the thing that we say is like, not only do you need a stellar team, you need to actually know very specifically, where are we actually going at? What are we actually going after? And how are we actually tackling this market? The technology, and this is the funny thing, we're a deep tech firm. You'd think that, we're technology geeks and whatnot. And yeah, a lot of us in terms of creative ventures have PhDs, but the technology is just the tool. The technology is just the thing that you use. I care as little about the technology. Well, I care a little more, but I care as little about the technology as you use as a software VC cares about what programming language you're using to create your tech stack. I care about your market and the application. And with this technology, is it something new that's being enabled? And are you actually tackling this market correctly? Since it's very easy to go after a specific market, do a certain way, do product development in a certain way, and then be stuck.
Okay.
Because you've burned through all this cash and time, and now you don't have enough time to pivot. So if you're, say, a LiDAR company who went after a market that's not automotive, cannot go towards automotive, and you specifically stayed in, say, like robotics or something, you might actually be kind of screwed because your big market is over here. You optimize for this market. You can't go from here to here. If you're a software startup, you change a few things, you can make that work. But if you're a hardware startup or something that has a foot, or not just a foot, but is almost entirely in the physical world, it's very hard to just bridge that without basically, we just need to found a new company.